Hello everybody and welcome to a video on how to buy Ouji fashion. Now it did occur to me that while a lot of people do find Ouji fashion via Lolita fashion, not everyone does exclusively, which would make buying Ouji fashion extremely confusing for total beginners. This video describes how to buy Ouji fashion from the ground up for beginners. So this video will be divided into 3 parts: buying new, buying secondhand, and buying via more alternative ways. So let's get started. So with buying new, the first thing to note is that there aren't really any Ouji specific stores because Ouji is a less popular fashion overall. When buying Ouji new, you often need to go to Lolita stores and check out the vest, jacket, and pants section. For things like blouses, you can often just use Lolita blouses. In this example, I'm going to the Japanese brand Baby the Stars Shine Bright website and looking at their fashion branch, Alice and the Pirates. I quite like this brand because it ships internationally, and it's important to note that some Japanese brands only exclusively ship in Japan. Alice and the Pirates clothes also come in both men's and women's sizes. I like to point out that most brands that sell Ouji are with Asian sizing, so make sure to double check your measurements before purchasing. Other Japanese brands like Innocent World and Metamorphose Temps de Fille occasionally also have Ouji pieces such as vests and shorts, but it's a bit rarer. So this kind of brings us to buying secondhand. So not all Lolita stores sell Ouji fashion, or some might only do very rarely, so this is where your secondhand market comes in. In addition, there might be certain pieces that you see other people wear and they might no longer be in stock, so the only way you would be able to obtain them would be via secondhand. I highly recommend Closet Child and Wonderwell, which are Japanese secondhand alternative fashion sale stores, and Lace Market, which is a secondhand international Lolita and Ouji specific sales site. For this first example, I'm going to use Closet Child to see if there's any Alice and the Pirates Ouji in stock. Closet Child groups the items by type, so you may need to keep clicking past the dress section to see the vest section, and click past that section to see the accessories, and so on. Just to note that due to this being a secondhand shop, items sell out quickly, so check regularly to see if anything suits your style. You can also do the same on Wonderworld when searching for Ouji fashion. And you can also see they have Alice and the Pirates as well. Of course, there are so many more brands here you can take a look at to see, so for Ouji, don't just stop at Alice and the Pirates. There's plenty of other brands to have a look at. The next secondhand place I go to is Lace Market, which is basically the international secondhand market. To avoid scammers, always use PayPal goods and services. It's also great for reselling your pieces that no longer work in your collection. Here, you can also browse Alice and the Pirates to see what is on offer on the secondhand market. Don't forget to thoroughly read the description of pieces so you'll be aware of the condition you'll be receiving pieces in. Finally, alternative methods. So for some folk, you might find that unfortunately Japanese sizing isn't the most accommodating. The alternative is that you can go to a local op shop to take a look at some vintage pieces that might work. Even your general secondhand sites such as eBay and Facebook Marketplace, you can try look for items under the tag Victorian, Gothic and Pirate, and try that way to look for blouses, waistcoats, hats, and more. At the end of the day, this might end up falling into more dandy or aristocrat fashion, and your choices might be very limited, but at least it's a starting point for getting some fancy fashion. If you're skilled enough, you can always try sew your own pieces. Craft shops will often sell patterns that under like the Gothic, Pirate, Victorian sort of section, and you can modify these to your needs. For those who have any issues with sizing, I highly recommend buying capes, which are often free size that you can pick up both new and secondhand. Alice and the Pirates has many nice ones, though my favourites would have to be from Atelier Boss, which unfortunately is closed, so any capes bought from them would need to be bought secondhand. I've purposely left out buying from Taobao, which are Chinese brands, to the end, as this isn't the most beginner friendly. There are a few sites that resell from China that can assist due to the language barrier, but will often charge for quite a markup. I'll link some of these sites in the video description. If you want to go get a discount, what I highly recommend is taking a picture of the item and putting it on What Is This Lolita Dress Facebook group, and seeing if anyone knows the original sales link. No, not the reseller link. I know I've done this a few for Ouji specific items, so even though the group says Lolita, you are fine. And someone will link you to the sales group, as buying direct means you don't have to pay the middleman markup. Some Taobao brands also allow custom sizing, but it's heavily dependent on the seller, and you will require a shopping service to assist in your request if you cannot speak the language for a fee. I've also popped a bunch of the links for the Japanese brands and secondhand purchase sites for you to find. I hope that helps for a beginner-friendly tutorial on how to get OG fashion. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and bye for now.